The Story of Leif and Jeanette, Part 3A. We had plans to meet at the ice rink at a certain time. Of course, I had butterflies in my stomach. It was early afternoon and a beautiful day in March. I drove my rental car up toward the ice rink, and there was a parking lot between the mountain and the rink. This is also next to the soccer field and underground gymnasium. I did not know that at the time. I didn't know what kind of car she had, so as I slowly drove up to the parking lot, hardly being able to contain myself, because meeting someone who you made art for and felt a connection with is not a moment when you feel like everything is perfect. At first, I didn't know what I would be looking for, but as soon as I pulled up into the parking lot, I saw a woman wearing red who looked very tall, standing on the opposite end of the parking lot, looking at her phone, and I knew immediately that was her. So I parked my car, and as casually as possible, due to all my nervousness, I got out and walked toward her to greet her as she was walking toward me. Even though I was nervous, I was certain this was so very special, and I felt amazing that we were finally meeting. All the months since we first recognized each other on social media had led to this moment. I had left all the tiles in my car because it wasn't the time to give her the tiles. It was the moment to meet her. I didn't know how well she could speak English, even though I knew the youthful Norwegians could speak English. And I figured she could speak English well. I don't remember exactly what we first said to each other, but it was a very friendly greeting. The anxiety I had was replaced with excitement when I could tell that she was friendly, and I felt like a child again, because I knew I wanted to meet her so certainly that I opened up and wanted to be more friendly with her than I had been friendly with anyone in my life, in a first meeting kind of way. We did not hug or shake hands, we just stood there and said hello. She was also probably feeling the same way as me, and I could tell I needed to relax a little bit. She needed to know I could understand her English. She told me there was a park nearby and said, "Let's walk over there." I did not know it at the time, but this is also the park where they have concerts on May 17th. And it's interesting how I happened to pick the ice rink to meet, and it was right next to this park. I did not know about the park when I chose the ice rink to meet. I tried to contain my excitement as we walked and got to know each other a little bit. Occasionally, I thought I was talking a little too much, and I tried to slow down as I got to know her. You have to remember, I've been traveling in Norway for the last 10 years by myself, so finally meeting someone other than people at stores and hotels was new to me. And someone who I was attracted to, don't forget. But we all know I was attracted to her, and once I saw she was a soft-spoken, nice woman, all my thoughts about her that I gathered from her photos were true. As we walked into the park, I followed her lead. I have noticed that there is a concern with Norwegians when they speak English as to whether or not their English is very good. And it never matters to me because I can always understand their English just fine. I understand that feeling because when I try to speak Norwegian to Norwegians, and I know I can hardly speak Norwegian, but when Norwegians speak English, they have a much larger vocabulary, and her English is very good actually. I understand why they usually ask or apologize for their English. At some point, she did this, which is quite normal, I've noticed, with Norwegians.